What do you guys think of my new Schiaparelli outfit? Hey guys, we need to talk about Schiaparelli's fashion show. So as you guys probably have seen all over the internet these days, it's been trending. There was the Schiaparelli fashion show. Now I know that everyone's seen it all over the internet. It's all that people have been talking about for the past few days, and for good reason. In case you haven't seen it, here's a picture. So the first look represents a snow leopard, the second one is a lion, and then the third one is a wolf. So today what I'm gonna do is I'm just kind of gonna react to the whole situation. I'm gonna give my opinion about it. So why has everyone been freaking out over these? So all of the people that are about sustainability and veganism and animal cruelty, they saw these outfits with the lion heads and all the animal heads on them, and they either, one, thought they were real, and two, even if they knew they weren't real, they thought it was in really poor taste. So I understand if they were real, I would be upset too, because I don't think that we need to kill more animals to create anything made of fur. And if it was a real head, that would really be in poor taste, because when you're wearing fur, the one thing you don't want is to have any distinct features that show that the animal was once alive. So the reason that I wanted to chime in and add my little opinion in this situation is because I actually study in fur at school. So I'm in the fashion design program, and we have, in the last year of the program, we have the option to either continue in the regular program, so you just continue as is, or you can go into the fur program. So it's the exact same thing, but you also learn how to use fur and how to sew them, how to make patterns with them, because it's a very, very different thing than using normal fabric. And what's great about this program is that we also learn how to be very sustainable when it comes to the fur. So whenever we use fur, it's always going to be either a coat that's been thrifted or passed down from older generations, or when we do buy new fur, we make sure it's very ethically sourced, we know exactly where it came from. And now to come back to the Schiaparelli scandal, I wanted to start off by saying that Daniel Roseberry did such a fantastic job with this. So even if people know that they're not real animal heads, they still got offended by them. They still thought it was very inappropriate and very disgusting, and they thought that it was wrong because it's promoting animal cruelty to them. I think that it's very hypocritical to judge these looks that promote animal cruelty while the whole population is promoting things such as faux fur and fake leather at the same time, because both faux fur and leather promote the visual and textural effects of fur and leather. And if you're fine with faux fur pieces, you should be fine with the real fur as well, because in the end they all promote the same idea. I understand where those people are coming from at the same time, because it is wrong to kill an animal just to make an outfit. I'm all for recycling fur and not having to kill new animals just to make outfits. Some people would rather have faux fur instead of real fur, because the real fur was made from a real animal, and in their head wearing the real fur means I killed an animal to wear this. But most of the time that's really not the case, because when it comes to working with fur, what's really great about it is that you get to recycle it as many times as you want, as long as you take really good care of it. So if I have a fur coat that I get tired of, but I still want to use that fur because it's cozy and it keeps me warm in the winter time, instead of just getting rid of that coat and having to go buy something else brand new, which then promotes consumerism, and then it might actually end up killing more animals. What I could do is I could go see a specialist to go do this for me, or I could do this myself. Since I learned how to do this at school, I could just remove the lining from the coat, open up the coat, and then just use that fur as if it's brand new to make something else out of it, because as I said, if fur is taken well care of, it can be reused for up to 100 years. So here are a few examples of coats that have been reworked. Here's a coat that even I reworked myself. So I started from this, and then I turned it into this, just by I opened up the coat, I used the fur that was already in it, and I cut it into my own pattern. I make my own creation with it, so then nothing goes to waste. Because the amazing thing about fur is that it doesn't have a seam allowance because it's sewed on a fur machine, which makes it so that it's side to side on the fur machine. I'll show a few examples soon. And since you don't have a seam allowance, that means that you can really use every single tiny piece of fur, and you can build a sheet made of all the little pieces of recycled fur and put them all together in one little Frankenstein piece. And then from that, you can make whatever you want. You can make a hat, you can make a coat, you can make gloves. There's really like endless possibilities. But thanks to all that, that means that you get to recycle, you get to reuse that fur and make it into something new without ever having to buy new fur. So that animal, let's say it got killed 100 years ago, got turned into a coat, now it's still being used as if it was brand new fur. So that saves a lot of material and animals at the same time. So I just find it really hypocritical that people can judge so quickly outfits made of fur because they don't want to wear real fur, but they still want to wear something that looks like it. And then the worst part is that by wearing faux fur and faux leather, those things are made from polyester, and that kind of material is not recyclable like real fur is. Whenever faux fur is done with, people just either throw it in the trash or they give it to donation, but they're never going to reuse that material to make something else, the same way that people will reuse real fur. I just think it's hypocritical to judge people for using real fur when faux fur is honestly way worse for the planet when it comes to sustainability and recycling and all that. That's pretty much all I had to say about it. I hope that this made sense and that all the pictures helped you to understand what I'm explaining. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.